like that tune. I really do. Okay, cool. I have a new stream setup, everybody, so I'm trying to get adjusted to the new setup. Welcome to the channel. As I get this music turned down just a bit. There we go. That's probably more an appropriate level. Welcome to the stream, where today we're going to discuss your frustrations, your elations, your adamentations of everything Star Trek Fleet Command. Also, we'll definitely be looking for your thoughts because we got a new stream setup today. Well, not when I say new stream setup, and man, I've got to shave. It is so apparent that I haven't shaved lately. Jeez, I feel ruggedy, raggedy, yucky. Just feel yuck. But anyway, the stream setup got updated, and I might kind of give a preview that basically we are in a different part of the room, and I can actually touch the green screen now, which we'll see how that affects the chicken dances on Twitch. I didn't think about that. But we got a new setup where we're going to be changing up some of the background and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun, Former server 11 and retired. Nicholas, don't retire. Come back and play with me on the new servers. Come back and play with me on the servers. But yeah, I know a lot of y'all had many things to say, not necessarily nice things to say about the event that transpired today. So I figured we could discuss it, give y'all what the devs thought about it, give you what I thought about it. And to be quite frank, I've been avoiding Discord most of the day for many reasons. But this is definitely a reason, because woo, doggy. I can already tell. Like, I need a little bit more light on me. Oh, that got stuck. That got stuck. So I need to adjust some of these lights to be a little bit more centered in on me. But anyway, as we'll be fidgeting with that most of the stream, probably. But it should look different. I think it looks clearer, to be real. I think it does look a little bit better. The lighting isn't really changed, like in terms of what I'm using for lighting. But how the lighting gets to my face has changed. It's definitely more of a washover in terms of hitting up the back. Because you can, like, if I put my hands out, you can see where the lights are at. See the glows on the. Anyway, y'all don't care about any of that. Welcome to the stream. Y'all don't care about content creators and how they make their content. You don't care. I know you don't care. You don't have to pretend. So let's get some hellos to everybody who are here. Andy, Sasquatch, Decix. Good to see Decix. By the way, I still got to get to you, Decix. Can you message me during the stream, Decix, so I can remember to respond to you? I'm so sorry. Steve, Thomas, Sasquatch, Joseph, Lyric, good to see you on server 47. Server 11 with Steve, Nicholas, Slag Dericus, good to see you as well. OG Boxer, Mad Mel, Robin, Victor, Spartan, 230, Mike, Dean, 57, 187, 47, 69. Love server 69. That's a brand new one. That is a very new, fresh-alicious server. And hello, Belgium. You were up very late. In Belgium, it is like 2 in the morning over there. 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning. It's pretty early, and we're late in Belgium, depending on when you decide to rise bright and early. Yeah. So welcome, 133, 129. Oh, 49. Server 32. Good to see you, big picture. Love to see some 32s. Will you message you on Facebook tomorrow? You actually answer there? I mean, I try to answer everywhere, but I'm playing catch up because, well, y'all, I had the death in the family. I'm not trying to like harp on it and make y'all feel bad for me or anything, but literally yesterday I had over 100 messages to go through, and I try to get through as many as I can. Y'all know how that process can be sometimes, where it's just so much, you just got to work through it. 9, server 21, 42. Well, JD, at least I know what times it are. Oh, what's Belgium? That weird made-up country? It's all part of, like, the weird, like, European Union or something. There's a bunch of weirdos over there unionizing and stuff. Who even likes unions? Got 4 of 10. Congratulations, Steve. Somebody has been winning some leaderboard events. Now, that is going to be a big thing for all of us because, well, not everybody was able to do like I was today and finish the Heart of Stonn Officer SMS Recruit, which was 2 days to spend... what, 8,000? 8,000? Yeah, something like that. Or I'm trying to do this math real quick. So yeah, 8? 64? What? I don't know. I think it's 8. We had to spend 8. I mean, Alexis, I already know DJ streaming. I can't do anything about DJ streaming. So I think it was 8. So that means you would need 6,400 Ultra Recruit tokens, which is not an insane amount, but it is a lot. If you haven't been saving for it, you're unlikely to complete this one. And their whole idea was people complained that it was all in this. So like this time I've only got to score 850 of these. That was the issue, was people had complained that we had to spend too many resources like uncommons to get what we needed. And their response was to go, okay, cool, we're not going to make you spend uncommons. Here's the old chart, by the way. So this is what we had to do before. So this time, I had to spend 850 mats. Before, I had to spend 1615. So they basically cut it in half and then put the second set of points and blueprints in another event. Whether that's good or not is kind of up to you. I do like the idea of splicing it. I really do. So I'm fine with that. I don't necessarily like the amount that we had to do it with this. I will add, though, this is not, so like, if you don't complete this, you still might be able to get Stonn for free as a free-to-play throughout the rest of this run. You still might be able to. You still might be able to. I can't guarantee that right now, but I can tell you that the battle pass that gives out Stonn shards, that's not included in the path. So any Stonn shards you get in the battle pass is not included when they're doing their calculations for if you get this free or not. So that doesn't count. We'll see. There may be other things coming up in the next week or so that allow you to get closer to that milestone. I can't go into further detail because I don't know for sure, but we will see what it is. Dean says that splicing is fine, but doing it on the fly was a smart move. People planned this month out when they gave us a schedule. At the same time, Dean, on the flip side of that, people complained as in they wanted it changed now. They wanted it changed now. So you have this weird thing, and when I was talking to the devs about it, they said the same thing, that no matter what they decided to do with this event, they were not going to make everyone happy. They knew that. They made a change that, according to their metrics, makes it to where more people could easier, or make it easier, I don't want to say easily, but easier to complete. Now, I think that all of us are going to have differences of opinion on whether this is easier or not. I don't know if we will all agree there. I still think that it is very difficult to just spend 6,400 Ultra Recruits at the same time. I do like that I don't have to spend 800 something uncommon just to do an SMS that has no leaderboard paired to it. I do like that. So there's good to it as well as annoying bad. Now, the worst problem of it, I think, for most people is that there's no ability to really just sit and save for this, because it had to be changed on the fly. I don't think there's any way around that. That's just what they chose to change. Now, we can debate on what they could have changed it to, how they could have made it different. Why didn't they include premiums? I think the reason they didn't include premium pulls is because they have an epic officer and they want to focus on the ultras. Whatever the reason. Laura says there's no way to free to play this. Not true. Not true. Stay tuned. But at the end of the day, they were going to make everybody mad. I still don't like the amounts. 8 officer pulls is a lot if we take it in terms of a price. If we go to the officer store, the alliance store rather, and we were going to say, I'm going to buy 50 Ultra Recruit tokens at a time, because this does exist. I mean, they do have this, and I will admit that we often forget about this. I need to take this off the screen real quick. We often forget about this. I can get one full pull, so 800 Ultra Recruit tokens cost me 4,000 alliance tokens. This exchange rate is awful, and I actually pointed out today in our conversations with the dev team that this is a very outdated, very, very poor conversion rate that needs to be updated. This is something that has to be updated. This is not a good transference. Even if you're in a top alliance, it's really difficult to consistently get this amount and continue to put this in for one pull. We'd have to do this 8 times. So 8 times 4, we'd need 32,000 alliance tokens to then go and get the amount we needed to finish this one event. That is just a ridiculously high milestone. Very, very ridiculous. And I don't think that's really fair to ask anybody to do that. But I do still like the idea of splitting it up, because I don't think that running multiple SMSs throughout the month, by the way, remember this, we still got the Wharf SMSs that have been asking us to spend the same amount. We still got the Stonn ones, and we've had multiple of each. it's a pain point. It's a pretty serious pain point, where now the uncommon one is pretty relatively easy to get. And also don't forget that we will have a event store at the end of this arc, which, as you've seen from previous events, anything that was in the event store, or I'm sorry, anything that was in the arc, as in like the first couple of months, always appears in the event store. So Stonn is going to be available in the event store. I'd be very, very surprised if Stonn, even and Worf, are not available in the event store to trade out currency for them. But at the moment, it's definitely a kerfludgeon. Which, by the way, I got to finish these events. Y'all don't let me forget this. I don't need to be forgetting these shards. Dean says, coincidentally, they added a pack in the store with Ultra Recruit. There's always packs in the store with Ultra Recruit. Always. That's always the case. I mean, that's not really anything new. That's pretty common. You know, the pack that's worth the most right now is the away team. That's... Look, y'all aren't worried about the Ultras. It's the trait. Real quick, by the way, I got to take a BRB because the cat is driving me nuts right outside my door. I've got to let it outside because that cat is about to become food if he doesn't chill out. Okay, cool. Got the cat taken care of. Sorry about that. I mean, I don't know if y'all could hear it in the mic, but I could hear it through the headphones. There was just a cat that was... Well, I've got two cats. I've got the mama cat and the little kitten. And mama was just there. Yeah, meow, meow. I was like, oh my gosh, shut up. Okay, we're back now. So we sent the cat outside. Okay, where were we? And their scoring was completely off. Andrew, what was their scoring? Now remember... And I admit, some people are pretty salty about this, and I'm not mad at them for being salty, but if you recall, the first 13 minutes of this run was bugged. The first 13 minutes of this was bugged to where people could take advantage, and I think it was like one pull. They managed to finish out the entire event and get all the shards in like one pull. What was it, 2 pulls? It depended on the person. So those people kind of really, I mean, I guess y'all could be mad at it, but Scopely is very clear. We're not going to compensate everybody else for a 13-minute player beneficial bug. It is what it is. We get mad at them about that. We get mad at it about it. Cool. Sure. Burn the building down. I'm okay. Y'all do what you got to do. But myself and I'm sure DJ is saying the same thing on his show. We all were like, yeah, you should probably do something. Like you should give something to them for the mistake. You should help out everybody. But they were like, no. Nope. And we tried. It wasn't like the content creators like, oh yeah, let's just roll over and take it. We did suggest things like we did suggest things like DJ. I don't know. I hope he's okay with me saying. DJ wanted us to have a impromptu faction hunt start. Now it would have been more work for us, but his argument was we could grind out the shards that we needed if we want to do a faction hunt on top of Swarm Sunday, atop on an anomalous phenomenon. Personally, I was opposed to that idea because the last thing I wanted was more grind on my grind Sunday. It's not Swarm Sunday anymore. It's grind Sunday. My response was, hey, why not just give like 1,600 Ultra Recruits out to everybody? That way at least people get to finish like the first couple of levels. And that didn't fly either. So that was definitely suggested. It was definitely fought for by the moderators, by the content creators, and Scopely was like, nope, not happening. So it is what it is. I will also say, and I'm not trying to say this in a braggy way or like, oh, you should listen to Rev, but I do tell y'all to save your Ultras for these type of pulls. I've said, save them for ×2 events. You know, I pull everything else. I'll pull premiums. I'll pull standards, I'll pull factions, but Ultras typically have some type of value in game. Now, it is not very often, so if you don't do that, that is completely okay. But Ultras are worth saving because events do come around a couple times a year where you get a benefit from saving and then spending them in large portions. And today, spending over 6,000 is a pretty large portion for most players. It's a pretty large portion. Now, I can't say that it's a guarantee that, hey, like 2 months from now we're getting. Because y'all know that I've had to fight hard for bonus refineries, and sometimes they've been very gracious and they've given us bonus refineries. Other times they haven't. Other times Rev's been like, hey, can I get a bonus refinery? And they're like, hey, no. Oh, there's the top. Oh, it's right there. See, I gotta work on that. See the wash out there? I gotta work on that. We gotta work on the lighting of the new setup. Bebe says they have 420,000 Ultra tokens saved up. Well, then you finished today's event with no problem. Yeah, so you're not struggle busting at all. But not everybody has gotten to that point where they're doing that, and I get that. And I think that, you know, that is something that has to be taken into consideration. I see a couple people in the chat said that this shouldn't make any changes at all. And the response to that was, and I can attest to this, there were a lot. I mean, just personally, I took well over 100 to 200 responses, just personally in terms of messages saying, hey, this event is bad in terms of there's too many requirements, too high of milestones. I know they got literally thousands of responses saying, please change the milestone events to not cost as much. So it's not like they had a small minority. And it wasn't even the whales, because there's so few whales who were really getting hammered by it. Like the level 50 plus people didn't really care that much. I talked to a few of those, and while they did find it annoying, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was mostly the players in the 40s had the loudest voice, which is some free to play and small spenders, and then some even in the late 30s. Late 20s players haven't seen a huge problem. It can be a little bit pricey. Just to put the old numbers back on the board for those who remember, this is the old numbers for what it was before. There are definitely some people who have some struggle busing, like at level 29, to spend essentially 1,200 uncommon to finish. But for the most part, it was getting into the 30s and 40s where you saw the biggest complaints, especially with the 40s because of the 4-star conversion rate. So they got a lot of complaints and they changed it based on feedback. The good part of that is, hey, they listened to feedback and made a change. The bad part is they did not really consult us on what the balance was, and we just kind of sitting here going, no, that sucks. That sucks. There's a ship XP event now that rewards some officer. There is. So they did run that concurrently. The problem with that is the event does not really pay out that many officer shards. And that would be not... Ooh, I want to get that avatar. That's a pretty cool looking avatar. That was the Heart of Stonn. No, that's not it. Where's the event? Where's the event? Let me find it. Display of Dominance? It's not Display of Dominance, was it? Yeah. So Display of Dominance will give me 900, 1080... So what, 1,200. So it'll give me 1.5 pulls if I complete the Display of Dominance, which does run in conjunction with the Domination event. Now, the Display of Dominance does suck because it does not count if I spend Officer XP or Ship XP. And it's really weird because it doesn't count here, but then the daily, well, there's always that with rotation daily events. But then they have the regular Domination, which does let me win by spending Officer and Ship XP. So then we're just kind of sitting there going, well, what the heck? Find a balance. Find something that actually lines up with each other. What's with everything being all over the place? It's very annoying. It's very annoying. Because you have two domination events that are different styles. Yeah, I feel like I'm ranting now, which I guess ranting is fine sometimes. But that was just really annoying. Omar says, I spent 4,000 in the last officer recruit event. I would have been able to finish this event if I had known. Yeah, Omar, like I said, the drawback here, because they had to make a change based on wanting to respond to feedback. There's no way to give a real indication of, hey, this is coming. So it sucks. It doesn't suck for those who save, but it sucks in general. Laura says, bottom line is I had the event completed until they decided to screw it up. And I get where you're coming from, Laura. On the flip side, more people in theory should be able to complete this one than the last time. So technically it is beneficial for more, but because of the short notice and everything, it's definitely going to hurt a certain set of people who plan. Now, the truth is, and it's just being real, if you're one of the 254 people currently watching this, you're probably some form of higher tier player in terms of caliber. You're more dedicated. You plan things out. You're probably focusing on efficiency because you are watching my videos and maybe paying attention to other content creators. So the people that I'm going to talk to, like y'all, are probably going to get affected by it more. But the average player probably helps them out. The average player probably helps out them more. And I'm really curious to find out, and I'm going to ask them to say, hey, what was the completion rate for the last Heart of Stonn event, and what was the completion rate this time? because that's going to determine if this was a good thing or a bad thing. If more people completed it this time, it was good, even if it was inconveniencing to some of us. And that means that we need to keep the strategy and tweak it for the next time. Or if less people completed, then it was bad, and we need to scrap the idea entirely and find a better way to do it. So if it worked, as in more people did it, then we need to find a way to, one, keep it, maybe tweak it a little bit, and then let other people know that it's coming next time, and kind of work it from that angle. Leo says, I've got the mats to finish, but can't spend it. That means that you've been camping. Maybe it's time for you to move up on the camping list there. Move up to the next level so you can have some, at least get some new researches to spend. Like if you're in like that 31 range, just go up to 33 real quick and see if you can spend real quick. Lee says, I had a lot of alliance credits saved up. I was able to get the recruit tokens that way. Yeah, Lee, and we did talk about that being an option, but that still would require you to have, I think I said the math was 32,000 alliance if you need to get all of it at one time. That is a lot. That is a lot to get 32,000 at one time. That's asking a lot of anybody. So I don't really want to put up that level. Laura says, yeah, but it screws me. And look, individually, I understand your plight. I understand your frustration. For me as a content creator, I do try to see, does it pay out well for everybody? But at the end of the day, it's definitely going to screw you. Demetrius says, Scopely has paid you well. I wish they paid me. Never have they sent me a check. To this day, I'd love a check. It's also kind of hilarious to have people come in and say that. Like, of me, of all the content creators to call me a shill, very clearly have not watched enough of my content. Not watched enough of my content. Of all the CCs, the least shill. But Laura says, frustrated, and now going to quit. Well, I really hope you don't quit, Laura. I understand the frustration that you're currently going through. I will say that if your worry is not being able to unlock the Borg Stonn, you still might get it, even if you don't complete this event this month. I should have more for that this week. You were sarcastic. I know, Demistrescu. Just to be sure, though, you got to push it out there because I pride myself on lighting the fire on them. I really do. Hey, Willie Wink. Just goes to prove we can't trust Scopely. Well, hey, I've never told you to trust them. Never. Never. I've never said trust Scopely. We work with what we got, you know. Mustafa says, I completed the Ultra token event with the help of limited ship upgrade daily event as a level 38 player. Congratulations. Go up to level 39. There's nothing. Just go up to 39. There's nothing there for you, man. Come on. Move it on up. Move it on up to... Yeah, anyway. We're going to stop that. You might get Stonn because I placed in leaderboards. Now, if you did that, you probably will. But I'm simply saying that there are more ways to get Stonn shards that haven't necessarily been described yet, maybe? We'll see how... I'm really looking forward to this week to see how it comes out because there's other ways to get these shards. And I feel pretty strongly that by the end of this arc, everybody will have Stonn if they choose. Like, if they want to get Stonn, they've completed the events, they will get him. But Andrew says the Ultra Recruit events are 10 times easier than having the resources to spend enough mats. Andrew, I do agree with you as long as there's proper notification beforehand. I realize that this change could not have proper notification because it came right before the event started. And I do find that very frustrating. I do think that this is I personally feel it's a better system. And I think that all opinions are welcome. Like, if you don't think it's a better system, I want your feedback. I want you to say it. And I want to pass that on because I think everybody should have their voices heard. And whatever the majority wants in the game, that's what we end up going with. But I do think overall it's better because now people have to spend less uncommon and less trit and less dill. Like, I'm really hurting on dill right now. I'm down to 11 million. Y'all can see it on my screen. You know, I'm burning through researches that want 10, 11, 15, 20 million at a time. So I am thankful to have that because y'all know and y'all see it. I save ultras. Now, I did blow through ultras a couple months ago, but I was back to around 13,500. Now I'm down to 8.3. I was able to do it. I was able to do that. I realized that not everybody's going to be able to. Eric says he's just for better mining. It's crazy hard to get Stonn. I mean, with the onus on players to mine, I like having a Stonn. Don't forget also that he's going to help with raiding. That's a big thing for me, is helping increase your cargo size for raiding. Having a second Stonn is pretty awesome, in my opinion. I don't really need a 33, but I'll head that way. The Duality Part 1 does list all incoming events like the Heart of Stonn, but it could give us some specification. Well, yeah, but what I was saying is the way this event is run was never, like, this was not how it was going to run. It was changed to match this format, to have the Ultra Recruit token included. Good, bad, ugly, we're having that discussion. But I think clarity for a future iteration, if they choose to stay with this, that's got to be done. Like, you've got to say, hey, we're going to keep this method and we're going to do it this way. Here's what y'all can do with that. You don't have cloning in the future. Should give us a clone shard. Cloning and eugenics in Star Trek is actually really frowned upon and pretty illegal in the Federation. So that actually wouldn't even match up with Star Trek lore. There's not a lot of clone stuff in Star Trek. Star Wars, lots of clones. I get what you mean, Rev, but doing this last second, it does hurt people who are... Yeah, Omar, and I've said that. Don't get me wrong. It does hurt people who prepared a certain way. I think what I'm basically getting at from Scopely's perspective is those who prepared are in the minority. The people who needed the help were the majority who don't have the high level of preparation that you do. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't prepare. In fact, I commend you for being to that level. But the goal was, would this help out the majority? And that's what they said it would do. Now, I still want to get the numbers behind it and see if it was true. And if it was true, then I really don't have much of an argument. Now, if at the end of the day, this did not help more people and it helped less, well, then we got to go, well, you kind of screwed everybody. So that's the stickler for me. That's what I want to find out. Is the truth that it did help more, or is the truth that it did not? 101 says, if they keep this method, I'll lose out as I'm out of ultras now and couldn't even finish today. Now, Shahid, don't forget that there are a couple of ways that we do get ultras, like the Alliance credits. If they do keep this method, they have to do better at sourcing. Don't forget as well that you do have your loyalty chest now, that the photon tokens have come in, and your ability to procure shards has improved that way as well, because you've got the chest that you can pull from. That helps a little bit. Not a lot, but it helps a little bit. Did you buy the traits pack now that's offered? I have not bought the traits pack. Everything that I'm doing is currently going to the house fund. Every now and then I will buy a pack. I have not bought one recently, but we currently have the house fund at $19,200, currently going for $30,000, so we get a down payment for a new house for my family and for my kids. So I've not bought a trades pack. Do I recommend it? If you're willing to spend $100 on the game, like you came to me right now and said, hey, Rev, I have $100 to spend on the game. What should I spend it on? Traits pack is going to be one of my answers. Try this a little bit. Ooh, don't fall down, Light. Don't fall down on me, Light. There we go. I think that the glare is a little bit bright. Let's see if I change. I'm going to rotate this. Nope. What if I did a softer light? A little blue hue that's a little bit softer. I think that might be better. Don't you love it when you forget to shield after raiding someone and lose 2 billion level 33? Gangster Penguin, that is awful. First off, I am so proud of you for being a pirate and a raider, because this game needs more people like you. The game is better when you're raiding. It's easier. It's more fun. In fact, it invites PvP, which is so much of an undersold element in this game, and it could be a great addition to your normal everyday play. However, remember the rules. Shield or share. You did not follow the rules, thus you decided to share with the class. I bet you won't do it again. Territory screwed raiding. I still raid Sue. I still raid fine. All right. 101 says, I'm going to max out 10 of 10 soon thanks to your advice. That's all I focused on. 10 is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I got the event today. I put it out on the screen. I'll share it out on Discord. I got another Borg away team mission, and I got another critical on it. I got 22,000 active nanoprobes. 22,000 active nanoprobes. When I tell you I've been making bank off those missions, I've been making bank. And I've been following my rule. Every 4, 8, 12 hour, use them, rotate them in, take advantage of them. And man, oh man, have I been getting good stuff from away teams. And look, I'm in the same spot y'all are. I'm grinding these the same way that y'all are. I mean, I don't have an infusion of 200,000 XP and I'm maxing things out. You know, I've put into 10 of 10. I put into Carol, put into Gorkon, and I put into Eurydice. And that's basically all I put into so far. And I don't have any trade officer maxed out. Yet I'm still having success with these. And this one maybe gives me another 156 credits on an 8-hour mission. You know, we'll see. telling you, man, the away teams, it takes time to really get in the groove of doing it. But we talk about Exocomps and also think away teams is the best mechanic in this game for the free-to-play player right now, in my opinion. Even if you're in the low 30s or high 20s, if you're just running these and collecting small rewards over time, this helps out so much. Even my low-level accounts, I love away teams. It's not just a high-level thing. I love this everywhere for everything. Absolutely love it. You were team rating with the guy who rated me the same day. Very nice, that gangster. Hey, I'd rather my friends get it than nobody. All right, so we're gonna put our Borg Tribble in. Who else I got to throw in here real quick? Mitchell for the stats, and just do here. There we go. So for all of us camping at level 39, is there a strategy to do anything in the display of dominance, or do we ignore this? Well, I mean, honestly, it's up to you. I don't think it's worth it. If you're level 39, the main thing that is going to pay you is Latinum. You've got Parabellum at level 39. Do you even need that event? I don't think that you do. I don't think that you do. I think that it's fine how it is. Thank you, Q, for supporting the channel with that $1.99 super chat. If anybody wants to support the channel, we do have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Remember, I can't do what I do without you, so if you donate, it's greatly appreciated. Not required, but appreciated. But Nut says, I told you about them ATAs. Negative, Nancy. I knew about all of them before they came out. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everybody who sent content about them, because I definitely used a lot of that to put on the screens for videos. Because things that they'll tell us, they won't let us use on the screens. They won't. I don't know why, but like if they send us something, say, hey, this is coming out. Here's what it looks like. You can't use anything we just showed you. Why? But why? Can't use it. Okay. Okie dokie, artichoke. They're weird, man. Like I said, y'all think y'all get annoyed with Scopely? Y'all need to come in my shoes one day. Y'all need to come sit with me one day. I do have good news though. Speaking of the Scopely overlords, thank you, Just Q, for the $2.99 super chat, the sticker. Appreciate it, man. They did say that our dev Q&A questions should have answers by tomorrow or Tuesday. So and I pressed them on some big issues. And I can go ahead and give you, if y'all want, I can tell you some of the things that I pressed them on. If you are curious, I will tell you some of the questions that I hit them with. If y'all don't really care that much, I'm not going to go into it. But we hit them with another hard-hitting 10 questions. I'm hoping to get real answers, not non-answers. We'll see. But we can go over some of that. Like one of the first thing I asked was actually about away teams. And I was talking about being able to sort by traits. And also there's a bug with away teams that doesn't affect how they work, but I'm asking when a bug gets fixed. That was number one. But like one of the things I asked is, about TOS officer sourcing, about the transporter patterns, things like that. I pressed them on a lot of big issues that y'all been hitting me. I pressed them about when territory capture is going to get a rotation and update, as was promised like a year ago. They sometimes give a straight answer, sometimes they don't. There have been some dev Q&As where I've given y'all 10 legitimate answers. There's been some dev Q&As where like 2 answers were legit and the others were like walkarounds. I mean, I can't control how they answer. I can only control how I word the questions, hoping to get answers for y'all. And hopefully I get something besides, we're going to work on it. Yeah. What's up, Noah, y'all? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're looking as good as you feel right now, or feeling as good as you look. Probably not that one. Can't wait to show y'all my new stream room. The stream room is not different, but the setup is different. I finally have got a shelving system where we're going to display a lot of the nerdy gifts. Lighting is a bit off. Well, the lighting is a little bit all over the place right now, because like I said, I changed up the settings. The camera quality is better than the setup, but the lighting is definitely off. I wonder if I go with that setting. That's still so bright. I really, like I said, I changed up how it all hits my face now. Ooh, purple. Ooh, blue. Ooh, party time. Excellent. Woo, woo, woo. Rotation. There's the red filter. Green, so it washes out my face completely. I also need to change the brightness. We're using the blue there. So we go more blue. There's the really warm, too warm. Yeah, I gotta add some filters on all that. I'll have to work on it. Sorry, I knew I would when we redid it here. There we go. That helps a little bit. It helps because I mean it's still there, but it's bright. But yeah, it takes. All right, here I'll show you. Here's what I did though. So I'm in my pajamas. It's Sunday night. It's football day. I didn't do anything, and my team's on a bye week. But here, let me show you what I did. It's not all set up. The room's a mess, but so enjoy the pate. But anyway. So we got the green screen, but now we're putting everything into the shelves in the back. So we've got our Fallout Minuteman flag, our Klingon Empire flag. The shelves will be full of all the nerdy stuff. We got some of your favorite hats in the background. So changing up the format, having something really cool. And also, so much room for activities! Okay, we're not doing that ever again. But anyway, just some updates to the stream room. Yeah. So there you go. It's time to update. We haven't really changed anything in about a year. So, what's a Fallout Minuteman? So, Fallout is a game, and it's a dystopian future kind of game. And the Minutemen is a faction in the game. So, it's a pretty cool flag no matter what. But Fallout 4, it has a Minuteman faction that you can play. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Chicken Dance is even better. Is that dance pole in the middle? The pole that you saw in the middle is actually the pole that holds up the green screen. What's up, Knifey? What's up, Knifey? Slag, if you've never played Fallout, I can show you. I love Fallout. It's one of my favorite series of all time. But maybe after we do Mass Effect, which we kind of just got into. Also, oh, I need to clean these. Yeah, I need to clean these. And long day, though. Long day, though. Good wood? Who doesn't have good wood? I have good wood. Would you like some good wood? You're doing a Bobe. So Ed, yeah, I mean, Bobe definitely helped with the idea. Also Matoro, Z, a couple of the other streamers that I work with. But also just the fact that I've got so many nerdy things just laying around, I need to actually start putting them somewhere. So now we are. Yeah, the person who asked about the flag does not. You beat Fallout 4 in 29 days. Full achievements. Very nice, Baby Yaga. Should have got the same green screen as me. Doesn't need a poll. Maybe I like a poll. Maybe I like to have something I can, dance with. You never know. So anyway, back to the game. Back to the game. Just got back from Texas. Saw that heartbreaker with the Longhorns. I didn't watch that yet, Draco. Generally, I catch all my college games after they've already been played. Today, I spent all day cleaning the room and putting together everything in the back, like the shelving system and all that other stuff. So. Good evening, Bobby. How are you? You level 37 and haven't touched my North Star in months. Okay to scrap it or need a future? Well, don't scrap it because you can't get it back and you will need it in the future for mining events. Sure. I mean, remember, it's still the fastest 3-star miner. I mean, you can scrap it if you want to. You're not really going to get anything good for it. It's not worth scrapping. Not really worth scrapping, in my opinion. Thought Rev joined a militia or something? I mean, maybe, but it's a cool flag regardless. Is Rima Navi Pan worth maxing out? So it's worth getting max shards. It's not worth really maxing out in terms of level-wise, but it is worth getting max shards. Oh, y'all didn't even take me to a 35 system. We'll just wait till they spawn them. Yes, scrapping a North Star does not give you 4-star, no. It's not until the level 26 faction ships that you start getting 4-star for scrapping. You can also scrap your Bortus and your Salad and everything, but you're going to have to wait several levels before you can do that. So, no judgment. I mean, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. Ooh. That's why we wait in chat. Bam! Waiting in the chat because we need them rares. Need them rares. But anyway, yeah, it's a cool flag. It's not worth scrapping. It's still very useful in the G4. I agree, Rex. I think the North Star stays useful. I feel A lot of people are kind of undervaluing what it can really provide to the game. I think the North Star is still good. Scrap your borders, you could. I mean, I'm probably not going to, but I love my ships too much. I get personal attachments to them. Scrapping the Saladin is blasphemy. I know a lot of people would do that, especially when you get to like level 46, because you get more stuff for scrapping a Saladin than you do for scrapping like a D3. So it makes more sense to scrap those. If you can afford to build them and max them out, you get more immediately. The 26s are more efficient, but can you afford to keep them on a constant rotation? You scrapped the Saladin and Boris already? Nice, no one shall. Nice. Did I miss the talk about the missing Ultra Ticket tab? Well, the missing Ultra Ticket tab was pulled on purpose because there was an issue with the scoring. The issue with the scoring was people were able to... Let's just say people were able to only pull like 1 or 2, and they completed the event like that. So they pulled it to fix the scoring. Fixing the scoring, of course, meant that you had to actually do all 8 of them. And now it works properly. Not everybody's happy about it working properly, and I understand that. But, you know, for 13 minutes, there was a player-friendly bug, essentially. And they said, yep, we're just going to let people have it. What's up, Dustin? Draco says, I scrapped 2 Saladins so far. Great rewards. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford to keep them going. You need, especially for the ship parts and the comments and stuff. Yeah, especially for the ship parts and the comments. Probably call server-side lag. Well, that's a lame excuse, even if it is true. You're going to keep a Centurion and a Legionary? I mean, I can afford to build. Like, I've got the blueprints to build a lot of ships. And obviously, I can get Legionaries. I build Legionaries to scrap them already. But let's see. I'd have to do another D3. I've got another Cavort already. Got another Antares. But Centurion, I'm almost halfway to another Centurion. Saladin, I'm 74 on another Saladin. Bortus, oh, I'm only 11 out of 100 on a Bortus. But I can still get those in the faction store if I want to waste credits. And then soon, very soon, I'll have a Valdor. You missed the bug? Yeah, I mean... People were able to get a bug that worked for them, and they didn't get punished for it. Should I wait to upgrade my vaults and warehouses until it's absolutely required? I typically do, yeah. I do. Now, I'm working on those because, well, events. So I'm kind of doing them now for events, which that reminds me, I'm going to upgrade my refinery. Click. And that should finish out that event. It did. There's my 8 more. It's the uncommon mats that are killing you. Yeah, you and most everybody else. Which is why I'm one of the people who are actually happy about the change with the event today, but I understand those completely who weren't. Are they going to update the Elite Daily Reward Pack? Unknown. Oh, by the way, speaking of packs, I do want to pull some Armada packs with y'all. Y'all ready to pull some Armada packs? And y'all wish me good luck? Wish me good luck? Maybe we'll get a full pull on screen that I don't need. Maybe we'll get a full pull on screen that I don't need. 2 chests. We got a lot sitting there. No full pull, but great Klingon credit payout. Wow. Great. Ooh, nice 4-star coming payout. I was happy with that. I can live with these numbers. I can live with these numbers. This is good. This is good. I can live with this. Yeah, I can be pretty happy with this, y'all. I don't know how y'all are with your epic pulls. This feels epic to me at level 39. Particularly, like, I need Romulan faction crystals, but getting almost 3,000 Klingons and getting 300 uncommon crystal and 80 4-star. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. This was a good one. Let's see if the rare treats me as well. Rare, I really need epic directives. That's what I really need in the rares. You full pull to Devore? I mean, that's a full pull. I've never gotten a full pull. I'll take this. I mean, it's good uncommons, good speed ups. Officer XP, I'll take. I don't need the D4. And 70 epic armadas is pretty daggum good. So RNG's been good here. Our first 2 RNG pulls of the night have been very, very good. I'm happy. And then, of course, we get this last one. This is the key. Can you give me uncommon? All I want is some uncommon. Wow. I got uncommon of each. Gary says take your house fund down. Finish paying it off. I'll take it down. Woof. That's good. Dude, RNG on my Armada pulls today are nuts. RNG on my Armada pulls today are nuts. Jesus. Like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, if y'all want to call me a shill, here's your proof. Like, obviously, they've rigged the system for Rev because I know most people pull their uncommon every day. They pull their uncommon chest every day. How many of you have gotten 3 sets of uncommons in your uncommon Armada chest? How many? There's nothing on the top of my screen to really see, though. Yeah, this is just unheard of. Like, this past 60 seconds needs to be clipped because that's how amazing it was. Also need to get some one-day shields while we're sitting here. That was insane. I very clearly have rigged the system. I'm a hacker. I may be a hacker. Gotta be. Gotta be. Welcome, Chris. You don't have to be sad. I'm here for you. I love you. I'm so happy that you're here with me. So happy. Me so happy. Upgrade ship engines on the Cavort now or the end of the week? Well, if you've already done with your events, Dalton, you do know that there's more events coming that are SMS type. I would wait to spend those uncommon. You know, they have no shortage of events that require things here recently, so yay. Now we're going to run another one because I need another one. I need a 35. Why are we in the 33s? I mean, I'll take whatever because I didn't run it, but can you get jelly prints from regular Armada pulls? Not from the uncommons, no. Not from the uncommons. Only the epics. Only the epics. It will get you to deep space without the discovery. Promise you, Dalton, going to deep space is not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. I've actually already pulled my Exocomps today, Michael, believe it or not. I do need to pull my regular refinery stuff, like my territory. It's in 1 hour. I've already done resources today. Borg is in an hour. We still got to go do anomalous phenomenon, though, with our discovery. Speaking of discovery. Swap. Oh, dang it. I got a call for this. Got a call for this. Sorry. I got to run and do this real quick. Join. All right, now we can swap this. Yeah, I mean, I happened to remember to click the button today because I actually was trying to mine something. And I was like, oh, Exocomps. I just can't guarantee it's going to happen very often. All right, so now we need to find our discovery way back here because I still don't even have this thing in tier 6. Woof. Woof. All right, so now we're going to go do this real quick. I had to send a ticket yesterday and got my credits yesterday and got them this morning. Closest scoundrel. Very nice, Alexis. I'm glad they were able to help you out. I know you were having issues with that. All right, we're going to jump because, well, that's what we do. Vanilla Armadas. So you can start getting jelly blueprints at level 36. At level 38, you can get a full pull. There's a chance for a full pull of an ISS jelly starting at level 38. But you have to be in the epics. That cost me 500 to jump because I didn't do it with my... Like, I jumped with the hostile grinding officers, so... Your Ops 31 self has a higher level ship? Yeah. I have not maxed out the disco. I did not max out the disco yet. Hey, Ray, I've been reevaluating my plan for the 40s. What's your recommendation for the 42 ships? Is the Valdor easier enough to upgrade? It's definitely the easiest to upgrade because you've got Parabellum and ISS Jelly Brawl. Is it the best? No. But... that's definitely a pretty freaking sweet spot. Problem is if everybody goes that strategy, then everybody has Valdors. Still a question, at what tier is more suitable to scrap? It's literally as high as you can go. The blue goo is like the first big bottleneck because you can't really get to... Because it's not until, what, tier 5 that the scrap rewards, to me, get semi-decent in terms of how many researches you can get out of it. But you got to have blue goo to get there. And that's an issue for a lot of people. Valky's blueprints drop on any level 32 or higher Romulan system, or 31 and higher. Doesn't matter what you're hitting, just has to be a Romulan system that level or higher. And the higher level you go, the better chance you have of those blueprints dropping. $24 one-day speed ups for maxing. This goes the best. It is. Now remember, Rex, you only get those if you are a level 40 or higher player. So like if you're level 38 with the max disco, you're not getting the 92 days of speed ups, sadly. Here we go. Are we done yet? Or we got one more? Let me check real quick. One more to go. Here we go, 29. You're off 35, a saving a pull when I get the jelly. Yeah, I mean, you might want to save to the 38 depending on how quickly you can move Laromi. Remember, I typically tell people go from 35 to 39 as quickly as possible. But as soon as you can, yeah, move up. 38, the chance for a full pull and the amount that you typically get goes up too. But I know more people have gotten an ISS Jelly full pull than any other ship in the game. So, even more than the Devore. With how much you push the jellyfish, if you feel confident with your epic, can you just ride them until 42? You can, Brian, but I still wouldn't necessarily recommend it because the 42 ships are not that great. The ISS Jelly is a better grinder, really. And it stays your primary grind ship until level 46. Tip for most people. I mean, you can certainly use the 42s to grind with if you want to use the Kelvin, but the repair costs are way higher and you're not really getting any more efficiency in terms of hostile grinding, especially if you manage to get the ISS Jelly skin. So, John says the Valdor is fantastic. It's okay. I wouldn't say fantastic. None of the uncommons are fantastic. They're okay. I mean, they're okay. Now, the ISS Jelly sucks at PvP, but it is a really good PvE grinder. Wanted to upgrade the ISS Jelly, tricked me into going to the 40. Scopely got me hook, line, and sinker. Yikes. See, that's why I'm kind of chilling here. I'm just kind of slowly upgrading my ISS Jellyfish during events. I've got a tier 4.5, and I could afford to take it up one more part. Or I think I do the cargo bay this. Yeah, I could do the cargo bay and one weapon if I wanted to, but it's a lot of titanium. What's the main criticism of the Valdor? Close to building one. It's just not good. It's not great at anything. It's good at everything. All around, it's solid, but it is not going to beat any of the 46s. Like the Pilum is going to wipe the floor with it, even though you've got the triangle bonus. So it's not like in the 30s where a Burrell can reasonably fight a D4. Nope, Valdor's getting mollywopped by everything. You know, and the Kelvin has a little bit more punch, but it's still getting mollywopped. The Katinga is probably the best in terms of survivability, but it's also slow as crap. None of the 42s are necessarily great. They're just good. They're just good. With 5-star, can we see even more 3-star in common? I expect the 4-star economy to get more improvements than the 3-star economy. Sure, Rex, a Katinga can kill a Pilum. I mean, properly loaded out both sides, no. It's definitely going to favor the Pilum. The Pilum will go toe-to-toe with the Epics. You can badly crew a Pilum and lose. But the Pilum's firing pattern is arguably the best firing pattern of any ship in the game. It's so front-loaded and heavy. You just got to know how to crew it out. You're level 31 trying to tri-lock 10 mil. Nice. Should I get the Gladius? Stay with the Augur? Bob, it really depends on your plan. I mean, I am still a firm believer that as a free-to-play, there's no use for you to get all the or any of the 32 ships, except for collection's sake. Just jump up and get the epics. You know, it saves your resources. It is kind of annoying to not really pick up a new ship and grind with it, but even though the 32 rares are good, the epics definitely outclass them and cost about 5 times, well, about 2.5 times as much to max out. So Michael says get 6 Intrepids. Yikes. I've got a tier 8 Intrepid, and I'm going to tell you right now, no. No! No! Don't do that! Bad. Bad. I'm going to go launch an Armada real quick. 6 Intrepids, you crazy man. Someone's on the sauce. Oh, somebody lost this Armada, so I'm going to go ahead and launch it. Click. You snooze, you lose there, boys and girls. Let me check what my Intrepid is. Let's take a look at the Intrepid. Yeah, tier 8. Tier 8 Intrepid. 2.7 in the hangar. So Scopely gave a full set of Enterprise Auger and D4 for free to a big money player. Rommel, I doubt that. Very much so. No, they didn't. They don't even give that to content creators. Negative. You need 6 Vidars? 6 Stellas, maybe. You're 31, almost 32, and going to 34 for the Imp? Yeah, Michael, medical doctor. That's what most people end up doing. They skip the 32s and just pick up the epics and take advantage of those. That's what most people do. Now, there's not a wrong answer here. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do it that way, but that's probably the more efficient way to go about it. Yeah, just the 32s are cool, but you don't really need them. So pick up what you need and only that. Unless you're just a ship collector, then do whatever you want to do. At 29, I've got no more stellar researches, so is there a point to keep leveling the ship? I mean, yeah. Yeah. You finish the entire tree. The entire tree. Whole thing. Seems doubtful. Suspect. Don't believe you. Alright, we do one more, and then we'll bring this home. And then we'll go to mine some crystal. Sorry, missed the last few Twitch and YouTube streams. My condolences. Thank you. Appreciate it. For your ops level, well, you still want to max it out, and then that way your second one that you can just work on scrapping the second one. You got the Intrepid, but wish I would have saved for the Enterprise. I tell people to do that, DT. I tell people to do that. Yeah. It's just the faction credits. Even though you've got better ways to get faction credits now, I still say push it. Push it to the limit. There's not many that you can do at 29. Yeah, 29 is not a lot, but between level 31 and 35, I think there's like 300 something new researches, including all the levels. So like tier 1 to tier 10 of one research would be 10. There's like 300 something new researches, including a lot in the Stellar tree. Should I go for the Enterprise or the Burrell? Completely up to you, Geronimo. The Enterprise is the better ship, especially long term. The Burrell is still very good. And then you can pick up like a D4 and still be in a very good spot. There's not a wrong answer there. You just have to make sure you plan it appropriately, that if you do that, then you compensate by which epic ship you end up getting. In the 40s, when you can get rep up, it's super easy to get faction credits. I mean, yeah, I get faction credits pretty easy now. But at the same time, you got to spend a lot. So you've got 200,000 faction credits. You'll spend all of that to get an uncommon 4-star ship. And you can't get, an epic ship with that. So... just pick 2 epics at 34. That's what a lot of people do. Now, I have every ship 39 and below except for the sarcophagus. That's the only ship I do not have. The sarcophagus is the only. So having experienced all of those and played with them, I can confidently say skipping the 32s is a very safe choice. El Doofus says, level 19 with a max jelly and a tier 3 North Star. Is it reasonable to ride the North Star to a Sally? Yes. In fact, if nothing else, you're going to ride the North Star to your Vidar at level 25. And you can definitely do that. You don't really need the Voclus. You don't need the Kira. You don't need the Kumari. You can ride it to the Vidar at level 25 and go that way for sure. Hey, what's up, Frop? How you doing? Why don't you have the Sarco? Well, I didn't buy it. I knew it was a crappy ship. It is an awful ship. It is really, really bad. The Sarco is probably the worst ship in the game. So I never had the urge to get one, and I spend my cosmic cleanup on other items, like the battle debris. So I'm halfway to a sarcophagus. It's just not good. It's bad. It's a crappy ship. I will only complete it because I am a collector. That's it. Does Cloaking make the Enterprise more balanced as far as the epics? Wouldn't necessarily say that. I wouldn't necessarily say that. You skipped level 32s and got your auger at 34. Very nice, Simon. Don't forget to get that Franklin A. Bum, 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 bum. Well, I'm getting pictures of multiple Corvuses now. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Never had any level 26 or 32 ships and went straight to the epics. Yeah, like I said, all my 32s I just kind of had because they're cool. And my 26s are basically all just the scrap queens. That's all I do. I max them out and scrap them. They never fight. They never go to an armada. I never use them. Never use them at all. All right, let's see. We got any missions to do? We got to finish. I still got to do domination. Okay, domination. We got to do this real quick. With domination, I can actually just do a level up because I've got that. Let's see. Where's the other Stella? Is this got any? No, that one's max level. Is the Meridian? Can I do the Meridian? I wish I could tell an easier way to just know what ship needs XP. Could you skip 28s and 32s? You could, Marty. I don't necessarily know if I would recommend that because the 28s are also good, especially for long-term grinding. I mean, if I wanted to, my Saladin can complete my dailies at my level. So I would recommend skipping 28s. That's kind of on you, though. It's kind of on you. You like the Gladius, you're going to build it one day. Have a Gladius. Do like it. Can confirm it's cool. Oh, dang it. I got to do like one more set of upgrades. Right, so let's see if we've got another ship laying around. That needs some levels. The Bortus can, but I don't want to waste those 5 levels. Just literally... Oh! I got a Mayflower that could use some levels. Yeah, my Vidar could. I would have to... Like, I couldn't do it in Tygo Core. I would have to pick a slightly lower 39 hostile. I probably could, but I don't know if I'd want to. There we go. That's enough. That's enough. That'll finish us out. Still using Bortus for dailies at Op 37? You can. Now, I hate how slow that thing goes. I hate how slow that Bortus is. I love the Bortus. Not talking crap. Hate how slow she is. There we go. Definitely needed that. I need some dilithium, though. That's what I really need. Why are they doing 33s when we could be doing 35s? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Oh, man. How many Mayflowers do you need to scrap to level your jelly? To level to what? Now, I've scrapped 2 Mayflowers at this point. That would be my 3rd. I mean, you can scrap a lot of Mayflowers. Speaking of, let's swap this back. Let's just put our Burrell in because I love my Burrell. Especially now that it has cloaking. Can't cloak and dock, but still love my Burrell. Sally always gets the juicy 39s. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If y'all haven't noticed, any battleship plus the Isis Jelly are slow. Interceptors are the fastest ships in the game. You know, like the Vidar Interceptor, D4 Interceptor. Those are the fast ones. Those are the ones that are going to outrun you and try to outgun you. Stargazer, any level 31 or higher Romulan system. Doesn't matter what it is. It's all based on the level of the system. Whew. I don't know why people skip building ships. They don't actually cost much to build, in my opinion. I mean, I do agree that I don't think there's enough ships, but if you want to max them out, you can't afford to reasonably do that. OG, I'm hoping to find that out in the Q&A that we have. Hoping to find that in this week's Q&A. Because I don't know why they changed that about cloaking, and I'm really, really curious. Because I actually loved cloaking. I still like cloaking. But they kind of took away the PvE element to like make some grinding and stuff easier. Let's get our babyotics done. Our babyotics. I'll give it to the Stealth, a fast ship. It is, especially with all that nice research they gave it. When scrapping 26 ships, you get better payouts for investment than any other G3. It is more efficient. The better payouts are definitely do by doing like Saladins and stuff. If you can afford to do Saladins more consistently, do those. But is it worth getting the ISS Jelly or skip it? I always say get the ISS Jelly. It's going to be your primary grinder until you level up. It's your primary grinder. So I am always an advocate for getting the ISS Jelly. You bought the Borders Cloaking and then during PvP event I could not use Borders to get points. I didn't even pay attention to the PvP event recently. To be honest with you, I didn't. So since Sarcophagus is a Klingon ship, will it get Cloaking? It does not count as a Klingon ship, Anubis. It counts as a specialty ship. So Klingon research and stuff doesn't really work on that. Leo, we've already asked about that several times and kind of gotten the cold shoulder. I didn't want to waste our question by asking about things we've already talked about. What level does the scrapyard need to be to scrap 28s? It is 43, I think. 43? It's 42 or 43. 42 or 43. Let me look it up real quick. I've got it in my notes in my folder on my desktop. Search. All right, let's see. Look in this folder and see. Where is the picture? Where? 42. 42. Yeah. 42. So you're one level away there, Paul. One level away. If you wanted to scrap the 28s, at your level, I'm still probably going to push the 26s, but same levels you unlock the 4-star counterparts. Yeah. Don't forget to get your rogue faction. I've already done my rogue today. I've not done my augment, but I've actually already pulled on my rogue because today was a rogue event, so it was really easy to remember. It was really easy to remember. I still need to get that next Stella up. I don't need Outlaw Warp Token. I wish these timers weren't so long. I don't get the point of a 2.5-day timer or 3-day timer essentially for the blue goo and the green goo. That doesn't make any sense to me. Never has. And we are now at 163,000 Klingon credits and 153,000 Romulan credits. And we'll be hitting celebrated here pretty soon. Pretty soon, man. Moving on up in the world for Star Trek Fleet Command. Moving on up in the world. Pretty proud. Pretty proud. What other questions and comments you got? Omicron says, I'm level 39 and my level 35 auger is better and cheaper than my level 15 ISS for grinding and cheaper to repair. Does it improve significantly at level 20? Well, it improves based on what you're fighting, essentially. You know, hitting 39s, you're not going to have very long fights. So, like, for example, the ISS is way better for grinding in Sol or Kronos, like the capital systems, than it is for the 39s. The higher level the hostile ships get, the more the jellyfish really starts to shine. So, yes, the short answer is it will start outperforming as you get to tier 4, tier 5. Remember, any ship basically sucks the first 4 tiers. For the most part, they basically all suck. You get to about, like even now, my 4.5 ISS Jelly goes toe-to-toe with the Auger in terms of how efficient it is. I do still use the Auger because it's cheaper, but I know that deep space grinding, things like that, the ISS Jelly I'm going to regret if I don't invest in it and get it to at least tier 5-ish, and it'll do better. Tier 6 is really a good sweet spot. So, you love how they've added some not faction rep spaces for Klingon and Romulan. Yes, I do think that was a good addition, Andrew. I do. You still only have to kill 41s for faction. Yeah. So that means you have moved up to celebrated. But yeah, at the end of the day, as you level up in the game, the ISS is your primary PvE grinder until level 46, where a lot of people replace it with the Pilum because the Pilum's ridiculous firing pattern makes it an amazing hostile grinder. And done. Have we finished this yet? How many I got left? Oh my gosh. I should probably just go grind hostiles for this, but they keep fighting these baby ones. Why do they keep fighting these baby like 33s? Like, come on, y'all are big boys. Put on your big boy pants and do a 35. Thank you. Stonn recruit event, not free to play unless saved up or load or pay. Well, Bleach, the save up part is everybody. Everybody should save up. It's the same way with the uncommons. So, where's a good spot to grind for 43 hostiles for missions? Literally any system that says 43 on the side of it. Leoric. So I mean, come way out here. Hollis is an easy one to get to. I can get there with my ISS Jelly, Warp 75. And it's a pretty low faction one. I mean, you could do New Vulcan. New Vulcan. Oh, I got to get the path to get to New Vulcan. But let's see, where's a 42 on one of these? There, Vita. No, I can't get it because that's an 80. Hollis is a good one. Like I said, it's a 43 that's got a 75. So, all right, Omicron. Hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, my friend. Hope you have a great day at work. Where are the new systems that don't hurt faction reps? So, like the Romulan one is right. I think Recar is one of them. It's like these new stretch right here. So here you've got a High Council skirmisher for the Klingon. That one doesn't do any rep damage. And then you've got this little strip right here, like Mbek. And there's your Romulan, and that doesn't count against any rep. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you. Just hit the button for Ops 35. Just focusing on getting my new Stella. How high do I need to get it before I scrap it? Do you have 2 of them? Really, I don't find us very efficient to scrap until tier 6-ish. But that's going to vary person to person. Why are you not showing up in the Armada you called, you dingleberry? Thank you. Do not like it when you don't display. Do not like when you don't display. Stonn, oh, we already read that. How important is the battle triangles you get in the 30s? See a lot of players not utilizing it. The battle triangle only helps with some of your mitigation. Is it important? Yes. Is it the most important thing? No, it's not. Hey, Rev, the Eclipse Armada points are done by uncommon, rare, epic, not by level, so even newer ones score same. Yes. Oh, okay. Thanks, Richard. I didn't look that far into it, but still, it's annoying because I haven't done it yet. I want to finish it. I want to finish it. Well, yep. Here it is. So we're doing uncommons. That's 5 mil. Either way, I'll slowly grind through it. I mean, I'll go grind them for sure, but I'm going to do it because I need Stonn. I need Stonn. Yeah. I want to get Stonn for free. I want to do it. I don't want to spend any money for him. I want to get him for free. So, really trying not to be spendy right now. Really trying not to be spendy. Especially since I bought the whole new shelving system for the stream. Sound is proof enough that the battle triangle matters very little. I wouldn't even say that. I don't think the battle triangle matters little. It's just there's ways to overcome it. I mean, I've got augers that can swack D4s. That doesn't mean it doesn't matter. It's just, you know. How many Stonn shards am I on at the moment? Yeah, let's take a look. So if I sort by group, where are my Borg? I am at 104 out of 115. 104 out of 115. And I have done only the free-to-play path. I did not place in any leaderboards. I'm at 104 out of 115. So, and I have not finished that one event that we were just talking about, that grind. I think it only gives like 2 or 3 though. Let me take a look. What does this one give? It's not a lot. Maybe only one. Yeah, only one shard. So I'll be at 105 after this. But as I said, I haven't done anything besides this. And then the difference is how far are you into Heart of Stonn Part 2? And I need to get to this. Complete all these to get this. Your favorite with ramen fed? Very nice, please, guy. Very nice. Now, are you going to try lock? Are you going to try lock? Let's hop out of here. See how this Armada goes. Why are you still not showing in the Armada? I guess it counted, so not going to complain. But okay, those visual problems are really annoying. Hey, Scott, how you doing, buddy? How are you doing, Scott? That's a baby one. I'm going to launch one more Armada. And then I'm probably going to swap over to a hostile crew. So, you have 97 Stonn so far? Nice. I know No One Shall was a little bit higher than me, I think. I bought the 99 BP, so I got Stonn today. Can't wait to raid with him. Yeah, I mean, I would say that a lot of people found a lot of value in the $100 pack, which, oh yeah, I don't see it because I've already got mine sitting there. But the $100 one had 2 officers in it. That was pretty good. Go Bills. Haven't checked the score. Are they winning? I'm assuming they are. I mean, they're a good team. Let's see. I'm going to log into the NFL media site and see. Oh, it hasn't started yet. That's tomorrow night's game. Well, calm down. Calm down. Oh, wow. Jaguars beat the Dolphins. Look at the Jags go. Packers beat the Bears. Bengals beat the Lions. That's a given. Ravens beat the Chargers. That's actually kind of surprising. I thought that'd be a closer game. Panthers lost to the Vikings. Shout out to the Vikings. Appreciate that. Bucks won against the Eagles, and Colts beat the Texans pretty soundly. Cardinals beat the Browns. They are undefeated. Nobody had that coming into the year. Chiefs managed to beat Washington and move to 3-3. Gosh. Bengals over the Lions. Rams over the Giants. And then, of course, the Raiders over the Broncos. Really curious how that ends up working out for them. And then the Cowboys beat the Pats. So we'll be checking out a lot of those after the stream. If I wanted to get Wharf, I had to get the 99. Yeah, it makes sense, Box. That makes sense. For sure. Dallas game was kind of fun. I look forward to checking it out. I mean, I got to cover the league professionally for a few years, specifically the New Orleans Saints. I really enjoyed that process. So here we go. And we'll swap this out when we get back home. You got War free to play? Oh, so you did a leaderboard. Nice, Mark. Nice. Chargers losing isn't a surprise. Maybe, Dean. I don't know. New teams, new players, new coaches. I don't put old histories on teams like that. What other questions and comments do we have? We got about 10 more minutes into our Sunday night stream, and then we've got to prepare for tomorrow, which y'all are more than welcome in my Discord, by the way, to come give me ideas of videos that you would like me to make. I have an entire channel for y'all to do that. Haven't had a lot of people do it lately, so feel free to jump in there if you've got things that you want to see made, or maybe you have questions about the game that I can jump in and do for you. So there's the links, by the way, if y'all need them. Also, a link to donate to the channel if you feel so inclined tonight. If y'all want to do PayPal, Venmo, Cash Apps, appreciate it. Is there any research to help build up faction rep quicker? Technically, there is, Brian. So, like, if we jump into our trees, interior, exterior, hit up our research here. There is in Galaxy, I think. There we go. Klingon Devotion increases the points when using Klingon ship. Federation, Romulan Devotion, these three will do it, just like you're requesting. You've also got, is it in here? I'm trying to remember. There's so many different researches everywhere. No, it's not this one. Combat. There's another one in away teams, I think, but Combat has the, not the weak points. 222, not that. Wait. I thought there was one in here. Am I going crazy? I thought Combat had one. Anyway, let's jump out of Combat right now because I look like an idiot. Then away teams has, that's to get the missions. I already did the one in Galaxy. Notoriety. Increasing the amount of Federation reputation gained or lost from defeating hostiles and armadas. So you got these three, then the ones that we did in Galaxy. So that one, and then Galaxy was the one that we showed. Oh, Klingon Apprentice, Federation Apprentice. Here you go. So you've got Devotions, Apprentice. This is probably what I was looking for in the combat tree. And then in the away teams, you've got this one. These sets right here. Notoriety. And all those combined do stack, which is really annoying because you're going across all over the world to find them. But there you go. There's all of them. So, can you make a video explaining the researches up to the... It's not the place. If you want to... Discord, got a whole channel for that. I'm not going to remember anything that you say in this video. When you making the jump to level 40 plus, let's see. We've got, well, like 70-something days left. I'll speed it up here probably at the end of the month. 68 days left. There's still some things I want to finish up. So, no problem, Brian. That's what we're here for. Let's see. Get a message. Nice. And we'll send this home in a second so we can grind. Can you recap what screwed up this morning? Essentially, there was a bug that allowed players to finish the event way easier than intended. So they pulled the event, reset all the numbers, and re-released it. That's why it pulled and then came back up. That's why it was pulled and came back up. Let's see. We got onboarding. We got new people. Yay! Make sure that they got roles so they can see everything. There we go. No problem, Joel. That's what I'm here for. I did also post a quick announcement in the STFC channel. Hey, Lost Savannah. I literally just tagged you, by the way. How you doing, buddy? I forgot where you did that. So Ops 42 shit video I can only do when I get some more film. Hopefully that's soon. Pilum. Also need some tape and film. I should be getting Katinga video pretty soon. And so there's actually not enough ideas there. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, Wesley. Happy to help out. Happy to hopefully entertain y'all somewhat. Hopefully I'm somewhat entertaining. And, you know, I hope y'all do whatever you need in the game. And just sexy. I'm just a good-looking guy. All right, let's hit this real quick so we can pop out. And then we're going to go back to his house. Any officers or exos coming to boost cloaked damage? Besides the fact that cloaked already has a boost. Not that I know of. That there's getting specific for more boosting. All right, we actually beat that one. I wonder what those empty building spots will become in the future. Well, there's always been empty buildings, Bill. There's always been empty buildings, so they slowly add them here and there. By the way, if y'all ever have an issue with like the blur and focus, that is y'all's bandwidth. Because I've actually got the focus manually set here. So if the screen ever looks blurry, see if you can turn it down. Like if it's trying to stream in 1080, then try to knock it down to like 720 or something, and that should clear up the picture. It should clear up the picture for you. Because like I'm looking at it on my screen, it's actually probably clearer than it's ever been because we changed the setup of the lighting and everything. But if you ever have that issue where it seems like really blurry if you're watching, you want to try to lower it down if you can. Who is a better side officer with TNG, Kirk, and Uhura? Khan or Zhao? Well, it depends on the level of both. And I agree, Joel. Worf is better than Khan for PvP because the fights are going to be shorter. So for sure, it's going to be better. Dang it, I wanted you to pop off and blow up, not keep beating these hostiles. Now you're just collecting keys. I mean, I don't mind extra security keys, I guess, but I literally want you to go home so I can repair you and then start hostile grinding with you. Ships never listen. What was the opinion of the Ultra Recruit? I love the idea. I prefer the method. I don't like the fact that it had to be short noticed, and I don't necessarily like the amount that had to be spent, but I definitely prefer that method personally, because asking me to spend 1,600 on commons like 4 times in a month is ridiculous. It gives me multiple things I can save for now. Your screen seems fine, man. Thank you, Bill. I hope so. I would hate that it not. I am interested to see how the new Worf will work out on the Pilum, though I am nowhere near it. I mean, the Pilum is definitely the ship I think most of us are going for. So, Gorkon, Kurla, and Worf, and you crit 75% of the time. Yeah, so you're doing more damage than you typically would. And that's nice. That's nice. All right, cool. Let me speed this up. 1, 2, 3. Boop. And as soon as somebody hits help, we can then speed this up. Agree once again, struggling level 43. Yeah, I mean, especially for the players in the 40s, they really got the short end of the stick on that. So I was really appreciative that the devs had a quick response. Now, do we necessarily love the quick response that we got? No. But I love the quick response and I love the idea. I just think it needs some tweaking. And it needs better warning. So, definitely needs a better warning. All right, now we're going to go... we'll go over here. Just wrong ship. Not you, Enterprise. You stay in the house. We don't ask you to go anywhere. Sark BP have stopped appearing in my Cosmic Cleanup event store. And I've heard that several times, Luke. I think it's because you've already got one so far. I don't have one and it's still there for me. But I've had multiple people say that they have one already and now their attempts to get a second one is gone. Now, why you would want a second of the worst ship in the game, I have no idea. But yes, you are not the first person to say that. It looks like they've pulled it if you've already got one. Why you would want a second, for the love of me, I will never understand. You've got one and it's in yours? Well, Medical Doctor, everybody's been coming to me saying that it's like they get like 70% of the way and then it disappears. Now, if you're still seeing it and you aren't 70% of the way, I can message them and find out if that's intended or if it's a problem. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And they've made some changes in the background out of nowhere before that we didn't necessarily love or like. Y'all know how Scopely be sometimes. Y'all know how they be. They love you. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. We love them? Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah. Any squays. Any squays. Whew. Wow, that's depressing. How many more arcs on Duality? Well, don't have an official number for you, but I would say it'd make a lot of sense if it wrapped up in December, because that'd be October, November, December, 3-month arc, which was typically the format before. And it would mean an event store for Christmas. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream because we're going about an hour and a half. I'm going to eat some food and continue to work on the lighting and everything because, like, look at this. The washout. I've got to work on that. But I appreciate y'all all so much. Much more than Scopely does, because I actually make a living helping y'all. And I appreciate it so much. So y'all are amazing. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for Q, who donated a few dollars tonight to help support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. We'll be live on Twitch tomorrow night. We'll have a video for y'all in the morning. Hopefully, we get some good answers from the dev Q&A. Can't guarantee it, but we can hope for it. Live long and prosper. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. I will catch you tomorrow. Deuces. That's me. I'm outie.